farm was located near Smithville in the Niagara Peninsula of southern Ontario. It was 44 acres. My parents bought it in 1958 for a grand total of $6,000. For that, they got a 2-story house, a couple of falling down barns, a small woodlot, dozens of fruit trees, and land to grow corn and raise a few cattle and hogs. As for me, I got the best playground ever. In the early years, we had no indoor plumbing. The outdoor hand pump provided groundwater for the animals. Pumping and hauling water was a regular chore. For drinking water, we collected rainwater from the roof and stored it in a cistern. We hauled the water out of the cistern using a bucket attached to a rope. Down the road was the 20-Mile Creek. When I was little, we swam in it. Then, when the creek became too polluted to swim in, the portable garden sprayer became my best friend on hot summer days. Come summer's end, it was time to return to school. Here are my older siblings with their lunch pails in hand. Going to elementary school meant walking a kilometer down a gravel road and then waiting for a bus. On the farm, there was always work to do. Here's my older sister peeling potatoes from the garden. I'm helping, sort of. Nobody worked harder than my parents, of course. Here's my dad building a barn. Some jobs just had to be done no matter how unpleasant. Here are my dad and brothers loading a manure spreader. And some jobs were fun. A big thrill for me was driving the tractor. I was 10 years old and could barely reach the clutch. I can't believe they let me do that. One crop we always grew was corn, and we picked it by hand. I recall receiving 25 cents a week for doing my regular chores, but for picking corn I received extra because it was such a tedious job. We all learned how to milk cows by hand. My mom was the best hand milker by far. I recall few things tastier than fresh milk straight from the cow. We raised veal calves for a while too. Some of the calves were set aside and treated special, like pets. I knew they would eventually end up on a dinner plate, but being a farm kid, I accepted this as reality. Knowing the facts of life and death made the animals all the more precious to me. We always had a dog. This is Pepper, the border collie. He was quite a scamp. He disappeared often to pursue romance with a neighboring dog. He usually returned much the worse for wear. One time his tail was run over. Another time someone shot him in the leg. And another time he got a fish hook in his mouth, which my mom removed herself, since we couldn't afford a vet. And one time he ran off, and we never saw him again. Another lesson about reality. This dog was my best friend growing up. Her name was Tinker, and she was an exceptionally good dog. She never ran away. She lived a long life. On the farm, a lot of time is spent outdoors in every season, and I never minded winter. To me, winter was a magical time of sledding and skating and building snow forts like this one. And even as a teenager, I never lost my love for going into the woods and selecting the perfect tree at Christmas time. What I remember most about the farm was having the freedom to roam. I loved walking in the fields, picking flowers, watching birds and wild animals. The same things I love to do now, actually. And even though as an adult I've always lived in cities, the love of nature that I developed while growing up on the farm has never left me. For Canada's History, I'm Nell Ostrom, Senior Editor, and always a farm kid at heart.